Alright, I just wanted to give an update on the little camping trip we had with the little bit of work we had to do to the camper. This here is the heater we bought. This came from Walmart. It is a Mr. Heater, Buddy Heater. It was like 74 bucks. It works really well. It has on low it's 4,000 BTU, and on high it's 9,000 BTU, and it does have a tip over function. It's where if it for some reason if it tips over, automatically turns off. You just have to make sure that there's nothing that throws out a ton of heat. So you just want to make sure nothing's around like a curtain or any clothing or anything like that that could possibly catch fire. But after it goes out, it lights right back up. Rather easy actually. Just has a little pilot. And it takes about 10-20 seconds. Then it's ready to go. Fires right back up. It worked really well. We didn't have any issues out of it. The pumped out plenty of heat. The only issues we did have was the fabric that we used to replace this window. I need to seal it again. It didn't leak. We had some steady rain on Friday morning when we got up. Wasn't a downpour, just a steady rain, but along the bottom of the fabric it got a little damp. It was just enough to where you could see it, so we're going to try to find a better way to seal it. And we brought back a rodent or something with us, but the stuff on the sheet here wasn't there when we let the camper down, and we popped it back up to check on everything, and there's all kinds of, I don't know what it is, if something got in here and tried to make a nest, but I thought at first it was coming from the ceiling, but everything's intact, so just gotta get that cleaned up, make sure we don't have a little friendly guest in here somewhere. The E-trailer tires that we got, they worked out really well. Didn't have no issues there. They rode smooth, no bouncing around, and so far it's just once we get the window here straightened out, we'll be doing good. Our AC unit up here, we plugged it in and we got lucky, all the electrical worked. The AC unit kicked on, worked, but it actually blows cold, but it seems like I could use a recharge. But it's, you know, it's been sitting for a couple years without being used. Our little fridge down here, it kicked on, worked really well, kept everything nice and cold, and I can't think of any issues we really had. It was pretty minor. Everything set up pretty easy, came down pretty easy, and that's pretty much it. But the heater is nice. If you have the this is a little cooler, it has a drain in it, which we don't use. We just use it for storage, and the little heater is just a perfect size. It fits right in. But we did also, with the heater, they had an optional hose that is, I believe it's 5 feet long, and it just hooks right up to where the little green coma tanks, you can use one of them, and it just screws in right here, or you can get the optional hose just like 5 feet to where you can run it out, and you run it out and it hooks up to a the 20-pound tanks that you use for your grill. You just have to find a good spot to run it through your canvas. Runs down, screws right on, and that's what we used when we was camping. We had it on high all night long, and it seemed like it hardly used any fuel at all. It seemed like it was well worth the money. That's a big thanks to Jerry for letting us know about that. And the seam sealer worked really well. Other than that, we'll we are going to take it back out after we seal this window. We're going to go back out on May 3rd, back down to Tar Hollow, and try it out again, see if we can find any issues. So far we've been pretty lucky. We're doing pretty good budget wise. We're still well under 1,000. Well, not well under 1,000. We're probably right around 800 maybe, counting the tires, the heater, and everything. Right around 800 bucks. So far so good. The homemade jack worked really well. Comes in handy, helping to level it out. But if I can think of anything else, I'll post another video, or if anybody has any tips or anything that could help me out along the way, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.